We're getting real. We're getting real. We're playing Bloons Tower Defense 5. Now, remember, back in the day, I my first video on this channel was Bloons Tower Defense 6. And if you remember that video personally, if you were there when it came out, then, you know, you're a real one. If you're still watching this and you watched that way back when, then, you know, my utmost respect for you. If you're wondering about this strategy of placing a lot of dart monkeys, you get more XP to unlock stuff the higher number of dart monkeys on the field. So it actually does make sense to just spam monkeys, particularly when you can't get any upgrades anyway. So like, what are you going to spend your dosh on? It does make sense. I've picked hard mode. I don't know if I can beat hard mode with no towers unlocked. We're gonna see what happens. It probably won't be that bad. We're definitely gonna get some sniper monkeys down, because sniper monkeys are even more broken. Well, I don't know about that necessarily, but sniper monkeys are pretty good early on in Bloons Tower Defense 5, because they don't have any like sight line in this game. They just see the whole map no matter what, no matter where you place them. So they can be pretty good. You know, all the maps in 6 are kind of designed around, well, not designed specifically around, but they all have like ways of blocking the line of sight of the sniper monkeys, but not here, right? Not here. So it's pretty awesome. And you know, it's May now, and I have more free time than ever to record these videos. You know, the first Bloons video was recorded last year in 2023, sometime in December, because I already knew I was doing this channel. I wanted to get myself a head start, and if that breaks the illusion for any of you, because you know, a lot of people ask me, they're like, Lily, do you record the videos every day? And the answer is no. Very frequently there are days where I don't record, because most of the time when I record more than one video. I record, you know, 2 or 3 videos, rarely more than that, just because it's hard to make that many good videos in a day. Like, after a little bit of yapping, it already becomes hard to come up with new stuff to say without just going like, oh, this game, you know, blah blah blah, like, you know, have something new to say. So, you know, if that breaks the illusion for any of you, just remember that this channel is just an Alpharad Gold ripoff, and that's exactly what they did. Although I think I'm better at planning ahead than they are, because they very frequently were down to their last video recorded. And you know, I've been kind of living on the edge of that, you know, over the last few weeks, but that's very that's very situational, and I'm kind of past that part now, where I can comfortably record kind of as often as I want, and it's been good. It's been really fun. I guess this is like a check-in video, because, you know, what else am I going to talk about? It's Bloons, and I don't even have everything unlocked, so I can't say much about the game. Although I will say one thing about the game: I should probably get some camo detection going before, I don't know what round they get in, but I should definitely have those. Yeah, there we go. We got the warning for camo Bloons, and you know, at least I was ahead of time with that one. And I think, yeah, we're just gonna probably ride it out with these few towers. In fact, I will get bomb towers down just because I want to have lead popping power. But other than that, I think these towers that I've got here are definitely enough to beat it. And any more towers is just going to be like a distraction from you know, from spending money in the right places, so I think this is probably a good approach. But I've been really enjoying gold ever since I finished my last exam. I've been really enjoying gold, and I've been thinking that it's been a lot more fun when there's no pressure on, because, you know, before it was this kind of situation where it's like, you know, I kind of have to record a video, despite the fact that my time would perhaps be better spent, you know, worrying about my deadlines or stuff like that. But now I feel like I can fully relax and enjoy the videos, and it definitely feels closer to the first few weeks of content where I was not in university. You know, I was still during the first break that I had, and I'm gonna sell that tax shooter because I did say, you know, we're not gonna have that many other towers, so, you know, I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna have some discipline, some ninja discipline, one might say, like that guy from Fortnite. And, you know, spamming towers, it's kind of good enough for Monkey Meadows, but I do fear that maybe it's not good enough for Monkey Meadows hard mode necessarily, particularly when none of them have any, like, significant upgrades. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot less thought that goes into Bloons Tower Defense 5, just on the fact that there's only 2 paths, right? So there's a lot less thought. It's mostly about which towers you're going to use, and not, like, which towers you're going to use and what upgrades you're going to get for them. Because, you know, you have a choice between 2, but you can always go to 4-2. Whereas in Bloons 6, you gotta go like, oh, 4-2-0 or 4-0-2 or stuff like that. So it does feel like a different vibe. But I used to love this. I mean, I still think this game is really fun, but I used to absolutely love it. I used to be really into it. You know, I played all the modes and stuff. I had it on my phone. I played the Flash version. I got the Deluxe, which is the one we're playing now. I got that when it came out. I remember revisiting it even after Bloons Tower Defense 6 came out. I remember playing 6 for the first time and being like, oh, this, you know, it's not that great. And I don't know why I thought that, because even at launch, Bloons Tower Defense 6 was a fun game. But right now it's obviously a lot better. But even at launch, fantastic game. But for some reason, you know, when it first came out, I was like, oh, it's, you know, it's okay. It's okay. And now I'm really into Bloons Tower Defense 6. I haven't played it in ages, to be fair. But I know that one day when I go back to it, you know, that will happen. You know, I know that'll happen. I remember always thinking that the Monkey Apprentice was really cool, just because he's a wizard, and I've always been into, like, wizards. I think wizards and, like, casting spells is cool. I think, you know, that was influenced a lot by, like, Wizards of Waverly Place, which is a show I used to watch as a kid. Wizards of Waverly Place. I think that was probably the jumping off point for the wizard thing. But also, like, Star Wars, because they're basically wizards, and the Jedi are basically wizards. I always thought wizards were really fucking cool. And you know what? They still are cool. Wizards are still awesome. You know, when I played Skyrim, I always played, like, with a lot of, like, spells and shit. I always kind of spec'd into that class. And I'm glad I did. I think this is a really derailed conversation, but comment down below your favorite wizard, and comment down below your favorite spell. Doesn't need to be a spell that wizard can use, but comment down below. Favorite wizard, I'm gonna go with, favorite wizard. Oh, this is a good question. I think I'm gonna go with, do warlocks count as wizards? I'm gonna say warlocks, witches, and wizards, they all count. I know, like, you know, the typical depiction of witches is kind of like a different kind of spell. Because, you know, the kind of thing, like, I guess the thing with with witches is that they're more like ritualistic spells. Like, oh, you put a bunch of shit into a cauldron and make a potion, or you like cast a hex, which is very different vibe from a wizard who like shoots lightning from a staff. I think that's a hugely different vibe. So yeah, okay, it's a good question. Who's my favorite wizard? And then favorite spell is also a hard one. I'm gonna say Magic Missile, probably the coolest spell. You just like shoot magic at someone. I think just like a condensed ball of magic being shot at someone is really cool. And for favorite wizard, I'm gonna go with Selena Gomez from Wizards of Waverly Place. I don't remember her character's name though. I don't remember her character's name because I haven't watched Wizards of Waverly Place since I was a kid. But I used to be into all of those Disney shows. Ant Farm, Jessie. I can't remember any other ones. Disney shows? I don't know. I can think of the Nickelodeon shows, but not as much the Disney shows. But I used to watch a bunch of them. But yeah, those are my answers. Selena Gomez for Wizards of Waverly Place. Wizards of Waverly Place had an awesome movie where they had their wands taken away from them, so they had to do magic from their hands. And I always kind of liked that because, you know, doing magic with your hands is something you see a lot of wizards do, but it was never a thing in Wizards of Waverly Place. And then they kind of like made it so like, oh, they can still do it, but it's like nerfed because they don't practice with their hands. And I always thought that was kind of cool. So the plot of the movie, this is going to be a spoiler for the Wizards of Waverly Place movie, so if you were planning on watching that, maybe, oh, Camel Led's inbound. I don't know how to fix that. Wait, surely yeah, okay. We just need more snipers that can deal with both. Okay, I think we're gonna be fine. Scared me. You can't target camos specifically with towers in this game. You can only like first, last, strong, weak, stuff like that. I never found a need for targeting weak towers. I guess it's for cleanup, but like usually you don't really use that targeting setting for it anyway. Did I take damage there? No, but I feel like I am very close. I feel like the only way I know how to do this better is with more firepower, so I'm just gonna add more bombs. When I was younger, I didn't think the bomb towers were that good. I thought like, oh, these are kind of like... I think any of these like primary towers I wasn't a huge fan of, except Sniper Monkey. But that's military, I guess. But any of the like primary towers, I wasn't a huge fan. Oh, told you it was gonna be hard. Well, that's the video, but I'll explain my thought before I end it. I didn't really like the primary towers that much, and I thought they were kind of bad until you get these specialty building. One of these is really good. I think it's the Dart Training Facility. Yeah, Dart Monkey Darts Explosive. This one's really good, and that makes Dart Monkeys really good. But yeah, but then I realized that the bomb towers are actually like a top tier tower. You get the like cluster bombs, and they just clear up everything. Clearly, it wasn't enough here, but yeah. See ya.